King game where he just completely goes berserk.
5
Fountain.
seconds remaining.
Played at this qualifier so far? I feel like he's letting up.
Dire team banned.
A little bit, but occasionally they'll still shove him on it, I'm pretty sure. If the occasion is right.
OG's turn to ban.
Alright. You good to go?
Yeah, whenever.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining.
Kaya.
OG's turn to ban.
Alright, let's go. Hello and welcome back one last time to the MDL Disneyland Paris Major Qualifiers. This is the EU region where we have the lower bracket finals to find out the last team that's going to qualify for this event. My name is Nomad and joining me is Tsunami. How is it going, my man?
It was quite a little session that we had. Final Tribe did not want to make it easy on themselves. Ended up working their way up to a 70k net worth advantage before finally putting NIP in the ground. But they win after a 3-game series. I think some people may consider it a surprise, and some people have been watching NIP throughout this qualifier and were like, yeah, that makes sense.
Bit wibbly wobbly.
To say the least, yes. And so they will have to try again for the minor qualifier, but Final Tribe are still in here, and I feel like they've been in this situation before, maybe against NIP in the sense that they are one series away from qualifying to a major, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But regardless, them making it to a major would be a watershed moment for them, and in general the organization, because Final Tribe has been around for a while, and really have not gotten a solid break at a DPC event yet, so this could be huge for them. But they are going up against OG, who looked exceptionally good in their previous series against Alliance.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a little bit of sloppy play from OG, but overall it's back to business for them as usual, and they've been pulling out some pretty convincing games. I mean, of course, they did lose to Liquid, which is why they're down here now, facing elimination in this best of 3, but yeah, I think they're the pretty clear favorites right now, but I'm looking forward to see if Final Tribe can pull off a huge upset here. I feel like it's possible, but they definitely need to play. I don't know. The last game was kind of weird against NIP. Obviously, we didn't see the first one because we were casting, but this time for the second game, yeah, they didn't finish, and yes, they waited until it was like ridiculous times in the game before they actually finished. But you're against a Medusa. Like they were just playing so carefully. They were just holding down the fort, and just kind of taking it through. I don't think they lost a fight that game because they were just being so damn cautious about not giving away too much to the Medusa. So in a way I can understand it, but yeah, I mean there's a possibility that other teams would have taken the game sooner than that, but at the same time I can understand why that went down that way. But let's get into this game. We have the draft coming out, and we actually have OG picking up a would you believe it, an Abaddon. They've been playing this hero rather a lot, and a Troll Warlord as well, being thrown down by OG. So not used to seeing this here in the first place. I think they've done it once or twice before, but certainly not common throughout the rest of the teams. But yeah, this is a nice hero. You know, you can kind of put him anywhere. Most of the time we do see him in that #1 position now.
Yeah, and it's been an Ana hero for years. The one time that they did play it in this qualifier, they ended up pairing it with a Topson mid Pango. So if OG's already going with comfort with the first 2 picks, it would
10
not surprise me to
seconds
see a
remaining.
Pango. And I'm curious how much research Final Tribe has really had,
5 seconds
or how much
remaining.
time Final Tribe had to do research on OG. Because we saw in the previous series, Alliance seemed to have
Turn to
a
ban.
relatively vague idea of what OG liked to do. They had ended up picking up the Abaddon instead of OG. And then they have been consistently banning out Nature's Prophet. Whereas Final Tribe are going in a completely different direction. They didn't ban out Nature's Prophet. Instead, they target out like Thompson Monkey King, Seb's Darkseer, and just other Seb heroes, I suppose.
10 seconds
Magnus,
remaining.
Batrider. And we'll see what OG end up
5
going for Seb.
seconds
But
remaining.
in the previous series, we did see that Seb and Thompson and Ana were very good at spreading the responsibility of being core. Like we had saw
Yeah.
Seb's Necro was, picking it up whenever the Phantom Assassin of Ana was kind of falling behind a little bit. And in the early game, Thompson's Pango was doing a lot of work, but then later on as the game transitioned, it ended up being all about Ana's Phantom Assassin. So the triangle that they had set up was going exceptionally well. So I don't think Alliance was targeting Seb very much. So it'll be interesting to see how Final Tribe's approach works with all these bans.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, targeting out one hero of one player, is kind of thing we see relatively often. Maybe not so uncommon nowadays, especially not in qualifiers as well. Usually it's main event, when people see Miracle or when people see, Resolution, they'll try and target them out and take out their comfort heroes and push them into a place where they're not comfortable. Interesting to do it to an offlaner and interesting to do it to Seb as well, because, a lot of people, they put the star player on OG as Ana.
Maybe he needs to get his reputation back, right? Final Tribe are like, I don't know, you've been gone for a while. You gotta prove to me that you're ban worthy. And Ana also has a fairly
5
wide hero
seconds
pool,
remaining.
so I think targeting him would be quite a struggle.
Sure.
Even in the previous game, like we saw them willing to kind of trade roles and positions to an extent of how sometimes Thompson will be the early mid-game tempo controller, sometimes Ana will be it. How in game 1 against Alliance, it was Thompson OD handling the mid to late game, whereas Ana took up the early game with his Ursa. And in game 2, it was, like I said, Ana on the Phantom Assassin, shoring up the mid to late game, whereas Thompson on the Pango was early to mid. So we'll see what direction they want to go to here. With the Troll Warlord, I imagine that Ana's probably going to go for Battle Fury. So chances are Thompson's going to be picking some sort of
10
mid-game oriented
seconds
core.
remaining.
Unfortunately, his Monkey King is banned out, but he still has a variety
5
of options.
seconds
Although they
remaining.
did ban out their own Pango, which is surprising.
Yeah, thank God, because I'm bored of that hero by now. I'm done with it. Did you happen to see the odds for this game?
No, I
In
wasn't aware there were odds for
Dota
this game. I mean, I guess there are odds for every game, but...
Well, the Dota Plus app.
Oh.
Get them shards, baby.
Oh, that's what you meant. No, I didn't. What was it?
Oh, I don't know.
10
That's what I'm looking at right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to find it, but I can't see it anywhere.
5 seconds remaining.
Buy a house with all them shards. Probably. But we'll never know, because I can't find the game. We have an Oracle picked up by the Final Tribe. These dispels becoming very much important in these games. I mean, every single game we seem to see recently features some kind of dispel in some way or another. If it's not the Abaddon Shield, then it's the Oracle Q, and if it's not that, then it's going to be Greaves coming out early on one of the cores. Seems to be one of the biggest factors of Dota 2 right now, is making sure you have these, and also your auras coming down on your offlaners or whoever it may be as well. Jarek's Earthshaker, though, that's pretty exciting. Assuming it's going to be him on it.
Yeah, we saw Saksha's Earthshaker in Game 3 of the NIP series versus Final Tribe. I was not particularly impressed. The hero received very minor buffs in 7.21D. I think he got an armor increase, and it was a fairly respectable. I think it doubled his armor. Yeah, so his base armor increased by 2, and he was at 2 armor before. So he's able to take more abuse in lane, and I think one of the things about...
10 seconds
sorry?
remaining.
I was just saying that's important.
Yes, because as a melee support these days,
5
it seems
seconds
that you need to be
remaining.
more willing to brawl in the laning stage, which is why Earth Spirit is, a perennial favorite. But also, like, other... it does surprise me that other melee cores like I mean, melee supports like Ogre Magi aren't a little bit more popular, but I think they just don't provide enough utility later on, whereas Earthshaker, he's always been good for his Fissure, and, you know, the possibility of a Blink Dagger, and who knows, maybe even this game an Aghanim Scepter, but it's a little bit better now in 7.21D. I still don't know if it's like really top tier, but I think that's the reason why we're seeing the hero a little bit more frequently.
So Beast must have picked up. Do you have any predictions for what Final Tribe are going to go for here? I mean, it's hard to say because obviously we don't see that much of Final Tribe, but they will take up the Tide. Okay. Didn't even give you a chance to answer my own question.
I wasn't gonna say Tide, so don't worry. I was gonna be completely wrong.
You're an honest man, Tsunami. You're an honest man.
Tide with a Prophet and a Razor. Well, they seem like a very irritating team to kill, given that much. Like, on the off chance that you manage to even get this Tide or Razor down to low HP, obviously there's an Oracle backing them up. But even doing the damage to begin with is going to be difficult. So, overall, this is a pretty solid 4 heroes that Final Tribe are showing. OG are saving their mid lane matchup, though. Seeing as how it's a Razor, there isn't really many options that you have in terms of, you know, something that can deal with it, but at least you can have something that can break even with it at the minimum, hopefully.
Alright, so PA banned out by OG. Final Tribe got another ban to come. Final pickups for this teams, it looks like we're kind of looking for a mid laner on OG, and the Final Tribe, possibly the same, probably a carry thereafter, hence the PA ban. I can see Final Tribe going for something like I mean, they could even go for... I don't know, it's an awkward one. You don't want a hero which wants to be close to the troll, because obviously its access will play havoc with you, but at the same time, they've got a bit of jump with the Earthshaker, but I think you kind of want to go for something with a bit of range. Hard to say. Maybe the Lifestealer is an option. Oh, it's banned out. Never mind.
They have the defensive dispel of Oracle, so Whirling Axis isn't that devastating.
Team pick.
They ban out Thompson Ember, which is surprising. I think with an Oracle you'd be fine with it.
Ooh.
And they do pick a Brawler, someone who gets in the face of a Troll Warlord, though it's a hero who does kind of suffer from the Whirling Axes, because your illusions are going to take quite a bit of the magic damage, and they're all going to miss, so it is a little bit surprising that they go for such a off-the-wall pick, and one that doesn't necessarily do that well against Troll Warlord.
5 seconds.
Yeah, but at the same time, they run different timings. I mean, this Nagasaran is looking to kind of snowball out of control and head to late. Oh my god. OG, they just respond straight up with an anti-mage pickup for Ana, and she jumps straight on that hero.
Okay, so mid-troll versus the Razor, and Ana anti-mage versus Frost Nagasaran. This is not a 7.21 matchup that I see too commonly. It was a matchup that we used to see years ago fairly frequently, but now both heroes are wildly different. I can't imagine that Naga's going to be able to successfully root anti-mage very often. The cast animation is really long, but also the projectile isn't that fast, and Ana has some of the best reflexes I've ever seen in Dota, so I imagine he's going to be able to counterspell that off fairly frequently.
10 seconds remaining.
I like the Final Tribe's draft. Aside from the Naga, it's just weird to justify why they would go for that against a troll.
I mean, yeah, the AoE mischance is annoying, but at the same time, like, the troll probably won't go into the Battle Fury being in this middle lane position, so he doesn't have that good illusion clear. Could still be putting out a lot of damage onto this hero. And I think the song is really, really good versus ultimate as well.
Yeah, that's true. And it's just kind of goes against the idea of a Tidehunter, though. I mean, maybe you can get a good setup for it, but I don't know. I do know that No-Tail's going to have a hell of a time trying to purge stuff off, though, because between the Ensnare from Nagasiren and obviously the Ravage, No-Tail's positioning is going to have to be very, very delicate. But I'm impressed with Final Tribe's draft, for sure.
Yeah, I like what they're putting down. I think give them good team fight, and despite your trepidation, I am a big fan of this Nagasiren pick.
You think she's going to come online quick enough to end the game? Because
no, I don't think so. But
Mage are going to take a lot more objectives than a team fighty lineup like Final Tribe are willing to deal with. Because they have an anti-mage, I mean, they have a Nature's Prophet to be able to deal with some of the split push. But at the same time, like a Troll Warlord or an anti-mage can very quickly kill a Nature's Prophet with not that much difficulty.
I mean, that's true, but at the same time, like the Razor and the Tide Hunter are going to be rolling around as a squad, putting pressure onto these OG heroes. Like, I don't think between the Troll Warlord and the Anti-Mage, they have enough early game damage to be able to actually fight against this Razor. I think there's going to be a fair amount of space to them. I find it very hard to vote against OG, and if it wasn't for the skill differential, then I'd for sure be putting my money on Final Tribe for this game, but I think this is just going to be a case of the lanes going in ways perhaps they shouldn't. Because this Tide shouldn't really struggle down here in the bottom lane against the, Anti-Mage can purge off his mana, so he won't be able to throw in the Anchor Smash or anything like that, but still, he's just tanky enough to be able to chase off the AM, I think, and basically survive and fight in that matchup.
And Ana knows what he's in, already rolling out of the base with an Orb of Venom on the Anti-Mage.
Oh damn, he wants to win this matchup. That's an item which says like, yeah, I'm not going Tango, Salves, Iron Branches, hell no, I'm just getting the Orb of Venom and I'm gonna chase this dude down. Get out of my lane. With the heals coming through from No-Tail as well, this could be pretty scary as Jibby comes forwards here and is forced immediately backwards. And Era's gonna try and pay a visit, but the runes are just gonna go straight the way. Ooh, Jerax, he's managed to rotate around and get themselves a third rune up here at top, so he beats the heroes the Final Tribe back. Yeah, using that efficiently.
And boots out of the base, so he's going to be able to sneak that by.
Yep, now block up the creeps as well, though he does... Never mind. Okay, he's just going to use a Fisher for it. Will this come on the tower now?
Yeah.
Oh, Frost is also blocking as well.
Yeah,
is it enough?
Aggro, so.
Nah, it's not enough.
Oh yeah, I guess not.
Alright. On the tower we go, and yeah, they don't draw aggro until...
Oh right, it's once they meet, it's not the distance,
yeah.
right.
It's not a distance. Alrighty, so off to a fairly rough start already on this top lane as Frost is forced to CS on the tower, and he managed to catch up 2 of those, which is a little bit painful. Meanwhile, Chessie in the mid lane versus Thompson. Jax rotating around, he's got the Fisher. This is nice. Jesse will have to TP himself away from here. Will make his way to the high ground.
And he doesn't have a salve. He will likely send it on the courier very soon, but yeah, nice movement by Jerax. A Beastmaster does not necessarily need his help, so he's going to be able to do this quite a bit. And this is one advantage.
Sorry, look at No-Tail at the bottom here.
And he gets another block mid, actually. Chessie.
Oh, Chessie in some trouble. Yeah, he's getting the sap, but it is not going to be enough. Thompson finished it off with, 27 damage. It's fine. He still does it.
People forget how to play against Earthshaker. It's especially because the most recent Earthshaker that we were seeing was like offlane Earthshaker that would, just sit in their lane, max out Enchant Totem, and just brawl with the enemy carry. But 4-position Shaker kind of fell off a little bit, and now Zibe is getting a taste of it.
Well, being chased down, no mana to work with as expected, and this Orb of Venom slowing him right the way down, trying to juke himself around, but the door will be closed by Jerax here, and he's got a blink available, gets in front of him, and there's another kill going the way of OG. DPing right the way back to lane as well, as actually No-Tail's fighting it up with Era here as well.
Yeah, No-Tail's probably looking for his first miscoil deny, heal up.
He already got one. This will be a second. Look, his TP's even on cooldown, run off 25 seconds.
Yeah, he's trying to get rid of all of his mana, and it's working. They're going on Era.
Yeah, he's being hunted down, and once again, another kill going the way of OG as Jerax just making crazy good rotations in this super early game here. 2 minutes 30, and he's created 3 kills for his team, and nearly another one in mid as well, as No-Tail does eventually die. Just doing bad things. Should this really be a thing in Dota? Or is it just a hero which sits back and suicides?
It is a little bit contrary to what iStrug is a fan of, having nerfed the neutral deaths and stuff like that. But I don't think you can get rid of it though. Like, I don't know how you nerf it, because if you nerf the self-damage, then the Baton players are like, alright, I mean, that's cool. They can't deny anymore, but still, that means that they take less damage, so it's an interesting thing, and I'm a little bit surprised that we haven't seen it really used that frequently.
Yeah, only until recently it's been coming into the meta. Meanwhile, up at top it's Seb solo laning versus Frost up here as Frost starts things off going 16-2 and Seb 14-2, so things will be pretty even in this game, I think. Up in this lane, sorry, as these two, yeah. I think Frost has to be stacking. Doesn't necessarily need to pull, I don't think, but as long as she's stacking with these illusions, then she's going to come out better if this lane. But if she doesn't stack or anything, if you just straight up lanes versus Seb, then kind of feel like this is going to be a bit of a victory for OG up here if they just trade evenly.
Yeah, and I'm more concerned about a Beastmaster coming online sooner than I am a Naga Siren. Just because the anti-push of TFT is not great. They can draw off aggro, as Hanskin picks up the Invis Rune bot. They can draw off aggro with like Plasma Field and the illusions, but actually killing the creeps, they don't have the best AoE damage until this Naga Siren's able to like...
be being chased down again. Alan's got a shield on him as well, so that'll probably... Oh, never mind, Swan comes out.
Out of range.
I think he's getting nice and close to Era here. Will be healed up and now be able to blink himself away.
I know Till will probably kill himself again. Although he has a little bit more mana.
Yeah, he's just gonna shield himself up, yeah, so he can stick around for one more heal.
This is kind of... Okay, there we go.
There you go. Gets self-deny. Aaron nearly found him, yeah. And one Purifying Flames will drop him, so it is a big threat in this game. Is a little bit late on the counterspell. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, they get the solo kill onto Chessie. Hanskin TPing himself in here, but Thompson does get away with that.
Wow, this troll is crushing this Razor.
It really is, yeah.
And I don't think that's just a product of the First Blood. I think Thompson's just doing a damn good job right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's got phase boots completed, so now even the static link is not that big of a concern for him. Still one 5-minute rune parked on the top, but OG got the other 3, so really they almost got all 4s. Now Zibe getting cornered.
He's in some trouble here as the Fisher comes out, trying to run him down here. No tell, he's got another missed call in 3 seconds. Needs to stay away from Jibby with the anchor smash though, with Jarek coming in. They will be able to grab that kill, and he denies himself in the same spell. Hanskin's still being chased here. I don't think Jarek has the ability to kill him though. He doesn't have any mana for any spells, so Hanskin just gonna run away as he's as shocking as he chases down the Nature's Prophet.
Reading No-Tail has 4 deaths, and 0 of them are by TFT's hands. Alright, this is the... I'm starting to think this shouldn't be a thing.
You convinced yet?
I'm getting there. I'm not entirely sold as Thompson is a DD rune, gets a root on
my god, Hanskin TP's in. Unfortunate, says Thompson. Ends the life of Hanskin. Yeah, as if they were needed, right? Adding insult to injury here in the middle lane as Hanskin just TP's into a very unfortunate death. But in comes the static link. Thompson's still going to be going for this one.
I mean, he got double damage to burn.
Now, is he finally out of damage? Yes.
Is he?
Hello? Is he? I don't know. The axes, they're going to be enough. The right click's doing nothing at all, but it is going to be enough to finish off Chessie, underestimating the damage of those axes. And of course, the DD coming into play as well.
He was negative 112, and he still had like 50 damage. Wow. Well, Thompson's level 7, and Razor's level 5. And Static Link breaks immediately, and Phase Boots weren't even up. Yeah, this is not a great mid lane for TFT right now.
It's not a good any lane except top, who Frost is having a pretty nice time. 5 CS above the Beastmaster. Oh, and he's been blocking this small camp as well as he tips Nagasaran as he comes over to it. OG in full swing, not just with the gameplay, but also with the voice lines and the tipping, and yeah, usual OG. Mid lane, Thompson's getting... He doesn't. However, he does have Jarex hanging in behind. He's actually chasing forwards for Era here. Is this really gonna pay off as Era gets brought down? Hanskin can't do a thing as Thompson's just going berserk in this middle lane. Currently 48-15, and with 5 kills in the middle lane. What on earth is going on?
Dude, this is getting out of control real quick. Because they're dedicating a lot to this Troll Warlord as well as
Hanskin.
This is gonna keep happening.
Alright, he doesn't have a Quelling Blade, so he might escape here, though Jarex sees him TPing doesn't cancel. Era's coming in now. He wants to see what he can do, but Seb, well, he wants to join the party here. He's coming up behind the tower. I don't think Era's going to be expecting this, but I mean, if they 2 heroes in, 2 calls this early on, going for a roar into Era, I think it's kind of worth it. Meanwhile, Chessie goes down, but the roar comes out. There's Seb taking a ton of damage, but it doesn't matter. Thompson will scoop up that kill all the same. Meanwhile, Jarek's found the Razor jungling. Pretty big kills.
So much vision. There are 4 wards on this side of Dire team. They're nowhere as safe. He's just spying on Hanskin while the rest of his team takes mid. Yeah, they ended up roaring the Oracle, but it doesn't really matter who it was. They just cared that someone was there to die, and that means that they can take the tower, basically uncontested. And now Jarex is just sapping Hanskin's EXP.
What a weirdo. Just hanging in the trees, watching Hanskin farm. Now coming in, he's going to grab these treants and probably trying to just hassle down. I don't think he gets his kill, right? No, Era's coming in. He might pay for this one if they can get someone else over here, though No Tail's hanging around. He's going to heal the guy up, and now Jarek's going for the TP out, and he's going to be absolutely fine. No Tail could be in some trouble. I mean, I keep saying this. Someone's going to be in some trouble at some stage from OG, but not yet, as they are 10-0, despite having 4 deaths on No Tail, but those don't count.
10-0, 5k net worth advantage. Oh boy. Normally you'd be like, well, at least our Naga Siren's farming. But she's not farming as fast as an anti-mage, and...
Do I just lock the camera onto Troll and just sit back? Like, do I need to even observe this game?
No, not really.
That'll catch us all the kills. Anna coming into Chessie here. Gonna be stealing away his damage as gonna go for both these runes here.
Heartbreaker.
God. They can't catch a break, Final Tribe.
Yeah,
Ravage. Yeah, used just as that blink comes in. Anna trying to CS with
top lane. Frost has to sink
9 damage.
And Jarex can't block him off. He already spent the fissure.
No,
they're gonna follow.
Thompson is farming right here, so Thompson says what up and throws it into Max's his way, but Frost, he's pretty quick. He's got the full power treads. No roots coming Thompson's way. Is he finally gonna get there? Well, he's got the slows, he's got the fissure, and they will find that kill. Frost brought down. That is your carry gone. Thompson walking around this map doing whatever he wants. He's even looking for Hanskin in the trees now. Hanskin bolts the door on himself. Meanwhile, Anna gets a kill down at bottom lane.
Tidehunter.
Hanskin will be able to TP out of this one, but this is looking like a bit of a dumpstering so far.
You call him how you see him.
I mean, is there another way to describe it?
No, there isn't really. Ravage is down for another 1.5 minutes. Song is down for 2 minutes. So it's not going to get easier anytime soon. I don't know what you do. Because they can't group. Because OG's group is just like infinitely better. And they don't even need to group. Thompson can like 1v2 right now. And he can do 1v3 once he finishes off this Roche with a DD rune.
Oh my god. Roshan being taken now. He's getting all the fervor stacks. Doesn't really need him. Just a double damage rune. 2 points in fervor. He's going to max the spell out.
Will he be the first kill?
Oh, could be in some trouble here. This is like the 5th time I've said that for OG here. But Era's scared. He's backed himself away. He doesn't know who's on that high ground. Yeah. Meanwhile, down at bottom. Yeah.
Gets it.
Mana Void comes out, and that is the end of Frost. Now they blink forward, looking for Hanskin as well. Jarex has got a Fissure in 3 seconds, and an ultimate if he wants to use it. Not sure he needs to. The TP is being used, will be cancelled. I am not really sure that was necessary, but still, Anna gets a double kill here in the bottom lane.
Nomad, this entire game is unnecessary.
I mean, Anna's going to have a good time on his Battle Fury as well, so, you know, there's that.
There's that. There's a lot of that's going on for OG. Thompson.
Yep.
Well, Ravage is available. So.
Alright. Second Ravage of the game. No, sorry, first Ravage of the game. We didn't see that. That yellow first one. Yeah, just gonna stun him up, but there's a TP coming in from behind. Profit, he's here. The Echo comes out doing a bit of damage. Might not be enough. They've got the Ravage they want to throw, but they could do it with the right clicks, I think. Finally, a kill goes away at the final try. They bring down Jarex, but Thompson coming in the backline, using that ultimate, brings down Hanskin, now tearing into the Tidehunter as well. Ravage will be used, however, and there's Treants doing some work here. Thompson's getting low. His Aegis is going to be popped. Where's the rest of OG? No Tail's hanging around nearby. Anna doesn't want anything to do with this, but unfortunately for Thompson, Neither does the final tribe. They'll back themselves away, and Thompson gets to come back to life unscathed.
You ever spend Ravage and then have to walk back to base afterwards? They got one
people say the
kill out
walk of
that. Shame.
Well, actually, they only got an Aegis out of the actual Ravage, but yeah. People say that the walk of shame is when you die twice in lane and don't have a TP, but the real walk of shame is walking back to base to get your mana back after you've used Ravage and didn't find a kill. But you know, Aegis down, a kill onto Jerax.
Okay, so now they have one thing that they can do. They can static link someone, ideally the troll, and then they sing, and then they sap all of his damage, and then they hope that OG doesn't show up to the rest of the fight.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I think that's it. I think that's their plan. Bright side.
Okay, we'll see if they can pull it
is
off.
about to hit level 6. Nice. Okay, Oracle ult online at 14 minutes.
Nice. All right, it's gonna. I mean, they're currently at just over a death per minute, but that's about to go down. Oracle gonna be in with the saves. You know, Frost, he's not too far behind. Only about 4k gold behind the troll.
The dude's got 3 Wraith Bands, still working on his Diffusal Blade. And the problem
When he has that Diffusal Blade.
I mean, does it really make a difference though? Anti-Mage is gonna be... Oh, Anskin top lane, dead.
Alright.
Anti-Mage is extremely mobile, and again, we haven't even seen the interaction between Ensnare and Counterspell, so I imagine Ana's not going to be concerned about that. Assuming that
Fire on Thompson.
Yeah, I mean...
Getting the value out of their maxes, I guess.
He knows what this whole game's about. He doesn't want to have to go back to base.
Taken down? Yeah.
Increases...
Oh, and Maelstrom as well, yeah, as Era is now experiencing, and he's going to get brought down as the tip comes out. Can't help but feel sad blind a little bit. And Frost is just watching Ana farm.
Oh, the courier.
Ooh, Thompson wants it. Should probably... No, can't find it. Doesn't have the vision. He's got some axes to throw out. He does, but doesn't want to do it. Thank you, Piano Boy. Yep. Oh man, no crazy builds from Thompson. He's queued up the BKB as of next. I was thinking maybe, you know, Troll Dagon might be the thing. The roll comes out to Chessie, eating the tree down. Immediately Thompson to get into his pride. Chessie is taken, and Jan's getting in some trouble as well. Yep, that's the feeling of this game as OG charged down this middle lane, the tower being taken by Balls, Creeps, and Seb as Thompson chases back the side of the final tribe.
18k net worth advantage, it's 16 minutes into the game. And unlike TFT's net worth advantage in their NIP series, I feel like OG are actually going to end games with this advantage.
It's feeling that way, isn't it? They're onto the tower, and stun comes in onto Chessie and to Jibby, but Thompson rapidly running out of damage. Here's a song from Frost, using it aggressively here. Does he have this Diffusal? He does not. But still, the Ravage gonna come down, landing onto 3 No-Tel, immediately pop that ultimate, wakes up Thompson immediately with the shield, now run to chase down more as Anskin's rolled down as well. Chessie already dead. Garrix will go down in the back lines, but in comes the False Promise onto Tidons here. He's staying forwards here as he wants to try and take the people out, but Thompson is running after whoever he wants right now. Frost might make it away. Never mind, Thompson's just gonna chase him down inside the base. Good game, well played, is called. 17 minutes into it, and Thompson will buy a Dagon, by the way. He did buy a Dagon. Am I the best caster or what? Alright.
Hard reads, the hardest of breeds.
Did you know it? That's why I'm employed.
People thought his
Ember
Dagon was